G'day folks, Ben from Snows showing you another awesome Zempire product. This is the Kitpac Pro table in the round version, so a little bit more style to your campsite. Before we dive in, we've got loads more content like this on our channel, so make sure you like and subscribe below. Now let's jump into the product. This is how it looks in the bag at 10.1 kilos, measures about 1 meter in length by about 30 centimeters and 12 centimeters this way. If you're looking for something sturdy, it also looks quite nice in your campsite, and it's round, so really good for family dinners and that sort of thing. Check this guy because it's also a really sturdy table, easy to set up too. I'm going to show you how to set it up and how to pack it away. First thing I'm going to do is take it out of the bag and we'll show you what it looks like inside. So in the bag, you get a little instruction manual. We'll go through all those details with you right now, but that's all that's in there. It's a good size storage bag, so you can actually fit it back in there without too much hassle. And the table comes all folded up like this, so you can see you've got rounded edges here. To set this up, you firstly fold it out this way, and as I fold it, there are clips here. This here is a clip that's going to lock into this little pin here to stop it folding up again. So if I push it all the way, we'll hear it click into place. So that's now clicked into place there, and I can't fold that back around because they've clicked in. So I need to lock that, and there's one of those just on the one end. So this end doesn't have it. So just the one locking mechanism at this end here. From there, you've got the edge of the table, fold both of those out, and they lock into places with these mechanisms here. So this folds out flat. First you've got locking points. So this is locking it from, stopping it from folding, but then it's got a little notch here that also just stops the table from bending, or it creates a nice level surface on the other side, so that locks into place there as well. So lots thought about. That features also in the main section here. So the different bamboo elements aren't uneven, you get a nice flat surface on top. Now there's 4 of these to lock into place. They just firmly push in like that. One down the bottom here, and that's that side locked in. They're quite firm to start with. They'll loosen up a little bit as you use them. Same on this side, lock this one in, a little bit of muscle to push it down, and the bottom one. So that's the tabletop, all locked in and nice and flat now. So you've got a nice flat surface there. Now we'll fold the legs out. These fold out nice and easy. Just pull out, pivot point here, and a locking mechanism here. Pull it all the way till that straightens most of the way, and then just push this. Just make sure you don't get any fingers pinched in here. Lock that so that sits nice and straight. Do that on all 4 legs. Each of those has got the same locking mechanism. 1, 2, another one here. Lock it out, and 4. Now that's set up to use at that height if we want. Now it'll adjust anywhere from about 43 up to 70 centimeters. At this point here is at its lowest point. There's little rotating feet here that you want to rotate so they aim downwards when you put this up, but if you want to extend it out to be taller, you just unlock this mechanism here, and this extends out, and you can see you've got measurements on the side here to show how far out they're sticking, so you can make sure each leg is nice and even. Now individually adjustable legs means that if you've got uneven ground, you can adjust these individually so that the top of the table is at the same height. Now I'm going to put this right out to the tallest height here, so that you can get an idea of how tall it is, because it suits even tall people. 2, 3, and 4. Make sure these feet are facing downwards, and I can now stand it up. So that's at its full height there. So that's a good height to sit at for a family. You haven't got corners sticking out. You can sit around, fit 4 people quite comfortably around here. You can kind of sit with your legs either side of the legs here, or tuck in underneath here, so you have got a bit of leg space. It's a perfect size for 4. You could probably fit a few more kids around if you liked. As for stability, the Zempire tables are some of the more stable in the market. Just about every camp table wobbles because it's made to be lightweight, but these are pretty good. We'll put a few things on here and just give you an idea of just how sturdy it is. So if I try and move that now, you can see that this is obviously, there's nothing in that, it's empty. Obviously it moves a little bit, but that's pretty stable for a camp table. Now it's got a 100 kilo weight rating on top of here, so not that you'd probably put 100 kilos on there, but they've tested it to 100 kilos on top, so it is nice and strong. The top is made from a cross-laminated bamboo, which means, let's put these aside, these are kind of, there's 2 different directions here, that's my understanding of it. So it's sort of all locks in. The lamination under here runs in a different direction. So nice and sturdy and really strong, also stops warping and that sort of thing. Nice flat surface, as I mentioned, because these little bits lock into place. So This is quite even, slight bump there. Actually, no, this feels really flat. So it's a nice flat surface here. You don't get kind of a rise on one side where this sits. Other materials, if we have a look underneath, the legs are an extruded aluminium. So this here is an aluminium. These feel more like steel, these locking mechanisms and stainless steel mechanisms here. It's all made with really high quality materials. And the last thing to show you is the bottle opener, which is up underneath here. So if you haven't got screw tops, you've got a bottle opener built into your table. Really versatile camp table. If you want to put this around, get some air sofas or something like that and have kind of a lounge kind of feel in your campsite, you can drop this right down. I'll do that now because we're going to drop the legs down to pack it away anyway. If I drop these, you can do it really easily and quickly. Those two. Just to give you an idea of how it might look at its lowest setting, and you've got essentially a large coffee table in the middle of a social area, maybe under your gazebo, near the campfire, to put your drinks and snacks and everything, bit of a social situation where you just need a low table where you're all sitting around socialising. So quite a versatile setup there. And when it's down this low, it's even sturdier. I can barely wobble that at all at this stage, so really sturdy table. Now pack up, we take a little step further from that. If I stand it up so that I've got the little locking mechanism at the top here, so I'll spin it around this way. First thing I'm going to do is fold the legs in. So I push this in, this locking mechanism here in, and fold that down. Just fold the feet so they sit flat against the tabletop, like that. Same here, push that in, fold this down, flick the foot around so it sits flat against the tabletop there. Same on this side. Last one here. You just need to hook this foot in underneath the leg there. It'll hit on it like that. Just pivot it around, push it around and lock it in like that. Now we undo these levers here, 4 of them, so 2 on each side. Fold it right back so it goes, if you leave it sticking out like this, is out over the edge, fold it right back. You can fold one side in, fold the second side in. Now to fold this last bit, we need to release the mechanism here. So we push this in and it folds back around this way. So these kind of fold the same way, folds and then folds again. Push this, fold it over, that then folds closed like that. Now I didn't show you before, but you do have a carry handle on this section of the table, so you can just carry it around or store it like this if you like, or put it back in the bag. And to prove that it's nice and easy to fit in, stands up like this, put the bag over the top, flip it over, and as I said, it's an oversized bag, so it does up really easily. That's Zempire's Kitpac Pro Round table. If you're sick of just ordinary, regular square tables and you want something round to change the aesthetic of your campsite, can be a bit more comfortable for a family to sit around a round table, a bit more social, check these out. They're available online at snowies.com.au.